is a love for music, a love for Barbados, and a love for the genre of soca on a whole. That basically explains who I am in soca. Boy, so 2009 I would have started out with one called Whining Zone, which certain DJs, who shall remain nameless, tend to like to play when they end up in effect. You also had Wendy Road Call, which was one of my bigger songs. A favorite of DJ Simmons, of course, would be one called The Gang. We also had So Much Trouble. That one was penned by myself as well. We had my first and only up-tempo so far, I should say, which would be The Storm Coming. We had, well, there's so many songs, so many tunes.
But it's always a cool experience because he's not one of the artists that's really he ain't got one of them big heads, right? He ain't one of them big head artists. So he ain't one of them that go and stand in the corner for a whole night and don't talk to nobody. He keep it very social as well as Blood. As you know, Blood already is a very social person. One of the most confident men I know. But yeah, it's always a good experience, man. You always find out something new about the industry from behind the scenes, because you see that from both sides. Backstage with the fellas, and they also out front with the people. So you always get both experiences, and it's always a good experience, man. Man, it's always a good time with Soca Cartel backstage, man. The fellas always had that, once we backstage before a show, it's always that camaraderie, everybody behind there talking, jump. You might have a libation or a fight, two. It's always funny to watch the men on stage, because a lot of times men don't realize that when you got a lot of songs, some just forget words. Some man might be singing on stage and then all of a sudden he can tell the whole crowd, push out your hand. You don't know that he tell you push out your hand because he forget your words. So you knowing that backstage is always be fun for you, and you watching the men on stage. Like I remember the time Mikey was on stage performing, and Mikey ran up to me, he forget your words. So I was trying to remember the words too, so between two of us we get your words for girl.
Yes, I am actually a multiple finalist in both competitions. My first year, I was actually the reserve in the Sweet Soca competition when it was at Farley Hill. That was the year that TC won everything, pretty much. All two competitions that year. The last time I went was actually with Kiamal, the song that I did with Kiamal right now. So it was, and that in itself was an experience. I've never actually had to go to finals with I guess I would call him a soca comrade, where we had to organize everything together, and then we had to obviously perform together to make sure everything was in sync and worked for the best of what we both do. So yeah, but the finals has been home for me a few times. I haven't been able to break that top 5 yet, but that's coming. That's coming. A lot of it comes down to cost. A lot of it comes down to getting that one breakout song that will resonate with the masses to get you to a certain level. It comes down to hard work. It comes down to money, being able to garner sponsorship and that kind of thing. And it's a business, to be honest with you. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of challenges as well come from promoters who think that because you are not that big an artist, or your song may not be that big a song, they think that they're doing you a favor, so they're thinking that you should perform on their card for free for exposure. Now, I've never been able to take exposure to the grocery store. Artists will market and tell them, yeah, I want to pay for all these groceries with some of my exposure that I just get. That don't happen. So it comes down to being able to get money out of promoters as well. We have to be able to work together and understand that everybody gotta get a slice of this pie. So the challenge for me, for the most part, is actually being able to work with different producers and different entities in order to understand that, yes, I do this, and yes, I produce my songs, but I have to pay for them to get produced. So when you want me to come and perform, you need to understand that I need to be paid in order to make back that money, as well as to make a profit. At the end of it all, it's always a business.
Yeah, as everything else, I think competition is healthy. I mean, like, it's bring the best in people, man. You just got a good show when you got competition, man. People trying their best to get the top spot. So basically, I always think a little competition can't hurt.
When you're thinking competition, I don't think it hurts the festival that much. In my opinion, like Travis said, you know, it gives a little healthy competition, can't hurt. It would help you to bring out not just a top-notch song, but you also get top-notch presentations and top-notch performances, especially at some of these different events. On the flip side, you can end up with songs that resonate with people that may not end up making it into the competition once they have been entered for whatever reason, whether it be the fact that the person entered it and it may not have been it may have been disqualified due to not meeting some requirement for the competition or something or whatever. And there are artists that have said that judging, putting songs or putting artistic expressions, because that's pretty much what songs are, into a category limits the creators creation process, where they have to fit it into that category. So you got good and you got bad for me in competition.
For me, competition is needed because, as they said, it brings out the best in people. Internationally, people would more look at a competition and they'd go online to see who won the competition with what song and how everybody else performed, and then form their own opinions on what the competition was or how the festival is. So for me, competition, I think, is more necessary than a lot of people think, because, as I said, internationally, people looking in from outside, you may not have as much insight into the festival through the parties and stuff like that, because you don't really get a lot of people recording parties. You may get pictures, but when it comes to competition, everybody's recording. So there's always some kind of video presentation that you can see of the actual competition that brings light to the country and to the festival on a whole. You know what you're getting with family. You know their thought process, you know your own thought process. It's easier to share ideas and come up with concepts when it's with family. You have an idea of where they're gonna come from and the ideas that you have that they're gonna probably either agree with or disagree with. The good thing about it is you know what you're getting. Boy, when it comes to these fellas here, there ain't nothing good coming from here. Nothing good. I only kidding. Yeah, man, it's always a challenge, because you gotta remember at the end of the day, with family, you can't just well, we are a very close-knit family on the whole, so you can't just say, man, I done talk with the heat for 2 months, because at the end of the day, you're a family. You still gotta work with your differences, because you gotta see one another. So it's always a give and take thing. So that's the hardest part, is to know when to, you gotta pick your battles. You gotta know what battles to pick and what battles to just say, alright, man, I can let you, I can give you the rope here. If you can hang yourself, you get enough rope to hang yourself, and then we can always make a different decision from here. Man, this fly here chain off my energy, man. I don't like this fly here, this fly here, be a shot here.
For me, the best part of working with family in a form like this, damage control, is the fact that we can be proud to put our stamp, our name, our brand onto this brand and be proud of the product that we are putting out.
It is bare shite.
What he say?
Soul.
What he say?
Dion can finish. He could be more diplomatic than me, I know. The handling of Foreday by the NCF
Thus far.
this year, especially this year, has been the worst of all the years I've been involved in Foreday. We have had no meetings with the NCF since registration has finished. They have not called one meeting. They have not discussed anything with the bands, the band leaders, anything like that. Normally you would have at least 2 or 3 meetings by now, but they have just been sitting back and doing what they want to do and just leaving it at that. I think it's a little unfair to Foreday morning band from the time we came in. It's been a little unfair to Foreday morning bands because we have a little extra cost. We pay registration. Kaduma bands don't. Kaduma bands get concessions. We don't. It can be improved greatly.
The event itself, since we started 5 years ago, every year that we've had Foreday, we've had a problem, especially when it came to starting off from the starting points that we've done. Yes, the BTA car park. And every year it always ends up starting late. We always end up having to wait since they've done the 3 route thing between Spark BTI and the other car park, BIDC car park. The BTI car park starting point has always had to suffer. We've always started late. Last year, especially, we started after 2 a.m. Right.
The problem comes where the NCF and all respect to the Royal Warriors Police Force, there is a serious breakdown in
communication.
What happens?
Yeah.
Because they communicate to us one thing and then they do something else. It obviously would annoy the patrons. It annoys us as band leaders because we know what we've told our patrons is not happening by no fault of our own. But the patrons are not going to look and say, well, the NCF ain't got things organized, it's in the damage control, or we don't have things organized. A post-mortem would be one of the easiest things to do after the event. Get all the band leaders together, find out what went well, find out what went badly, and see if we can work it from there.
We actually had one of our patrons from overseas in the UK write to the head of the NCF, and the response that was given from the head, same head of the NCF, was that it was our fault. He said he was informed that everything that was supposed to happen over there happened, when in truth fact nothing did. So,
but as the head of the NCF, he was jumping in the van too.
Yeah, I invite him to jump with a van that's moving off from the deal and see if the same thing that happened last year happens this year.
And the biggest problem is that when stuff like this happens, you still have to be off the road by a certain time.
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, the marshals rushing you and you got patrons running behind the truck, and it's not a very comfortable feeling. So something has to be done. They have to do better. As long as I am alive, what can I would never dare.
What he said. Exactly what he said.
Jumping down has taken over clearly.
With the advent of bashment soca, you would expect that.
I can't blame Bashment. I can't blame Bashment for that. I gotta blame the youngsters they really want to anything. Walking up, man. Walking up is just a little movement anywhere, man. Can't run without there. Left, right, back push. That's all it is.
Is it? Is it though?
For the same $10.
Is it though? I think it's a little more than just left, right, back push.
Man, you gotta go wrong, watch it, go wrong.
Yeah, but I think it's just a little bit more than what you were saying there. I mean, that's why the young people ain't doing it no more. There's a lot of push. In the left and right more. And that's towards the left push, right push, back push. Everybody pushing now. So this is a different situation. But walking up is a lost art. It's being, I mean, guys in our generation, girls in our generation, older, they appreciate the army we walk up, which is why you will find most of our generation going to places like back on Thursdays. We're walking up is walking up.
And then we control balance on a Friday, don't wait Palm Grill.
We're walking up is walking up. So, you know, that's what we
I find now it's not even just the fellas, the girls know with this just pushing back thing. Because they expect a just. I didn't sue somebody that man sued that truck. Oh, you can't say that? That's too soon, man. That's too soon. But no, I'm being realistic, right? Before you know where you go, you see women, you can see them walking up. You got some man behind them trying to jerk. They can take a couple of jerks and then they can push off the man or whatever. But no, it has evolved into a place where it is standard for that kind of, I can't call it dancing because that's not what it is. But it's just so standard now and everybody is just, it's the easiest thing to do. So people have lost the plot of just enjoying a nice wine. Oh God. Oh God. Took cats and drink milk?
Why is crop over your favorite time of the year? Real quick, for each one.
Because you can walk up. You just get to walk up every day. You know it's walking up Monday and Sunday. Like you can't forget music too. I mean,
my crop over for me is they got multiple aspects of crop over that I love. Because of minorities, and I enjoy the competition as well. The parties that they have, all the events. I love it for the fact that you get to see people that you ain't seen in a long time. I love it for the fact that people come back home just for this particular festival.
It brings up people that love the art form of soca.
Yeah. Yeah, so for me, like I said, there's got a lot of aspects that I love about crop over, and that's why I ensure to take my vacation during crop over, so I don't have to go to work when I'm out enjoying myself.
Yes, the music, yes, the parties, yes, the walking up.
Yes, the Foreday morning behind damage control.
What he said. But for me, it is just the way how we are as a people during crop over. There's a huge difference between going out during the rest of the year and going out during crop over. During crop over, not many, I can't say nobody, not many people looking to fight and do ignorance. It's more, everybody got this feeling like, you know what? It's time to party and enjoy yourself. We ain't looking for no fights, we ain't looking for nothing like that there. We just coming out to enjoy ourselves with people we don't know. That by the time tomorrow I pass you straight, they don't know you, but I next fact I can walk up on you again. It's just a case where when you're out, the feeling, the atmosphere of Barbados is different. It's more relaxed, it's more comfortable, it's just an all around fantastic feeling for me.
This is Damage Control. Moving on.